Welcome, football fans, to this NFL Week 17 review on Tim Reynolds Show. Please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel as we kicked off Week 17 with Christmas Day football, where we would see the Kansas City Chiefs travel to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Kansas City gets the victory 29-10 for their 15th win of the season, which is a Kansas City Chiefs franchise record for the most wins in a single season. After we seen quarterback Patrick Mahomes throw for 320 yards and 3 touchdown passes in this matchup, with one of those going to tight end Travis Kelce, who now passes tight end Tony Gonzalez for the most receiving touchdowns in Kansas City Chiefs franchise history. And not only that, we've seen the All-Pro tight end now has over 1,000 career receptions after this week matchup, where the Kansas City Chiefs clinch the #1 seed in the AFC and now have home field advantage throughout the playoffs. And the Pittsburgh Steelers will now have a lot to play for in the final game of the regular season, as they still have a chance to win their division after this loss. Then, guys, to cap off Christmas Day football, we've seen the Baltimore Ravens travel to take on the Houston Texans, where Baltimore would get the dominant victory 31-2 over the Texans, and quarterback Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens now passes quarterback Michael Vick for the most career rushing yards by a quarterback in NFL history, as he's now the king of running quarterbacks, as the reigning MVP Lamar Jackson is putting up MVP type numbers in this 2024 NFL season, as the Ravens now will be able to play for the division title in the final week of the regular season. Then, guys, on Thursday Night Football, we've seen a snooze fest, as the defense was the name of the game when the Seattle Seahawks took on the Chicago Bears in Chicago, as Seattle got the 6-3 victory in this matchup. But Seattle, unfortunately, later on in the weekend would be eliminated from playoff contention, even though they got their 9th win of the year here in this one, and actually were 6-1 on the road this season. Then next up, guys, on Saturday, we would see the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the New England Patriots, and we would see another dominant victory, this time by the Chargers, as they would get the win 40-7 over the New England Patriots, after we seen quarterback Justin Herbert throw for 281 yards and 3 touchdown passes, including Ladd McConkey, the rookie wide receiver, now becoming the most standout rookie wide receiver in Chargers franchise history, as he had 8 catches for 94 yards and 2 touchdowns to help lead this Chargers to a victory, their 10th win of the year, as they clinch a playoff spot here with this victory. And also, rookie wide receiver Ladd McConkey now makes franchise history with the most receiving yards and catches by a rookie wide receiver in Chargers franchise history. Then next up, guys, we would see the Denver Broncos taking on the Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati, where the Bengals haven't played their best ball, as they were only 2-5 at home, but they would get the overtime victory in this one, 30-24, after Joe Burrow put the team on his back, as we seen the quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals throw for 412 yards and 3 touchdown passes, including 1 rushing touchdown for 4 total touchdowns in this victory. And we also seen wide receiver T. Higgins have 11 catches for 131 yards and 3 receiving touchdowns, as the Bengals now keep their playoff hopes alive with their 8th victory of the year after defeating the Denver Broncos in Week 17. Then to cap off Saturday football in Week 17, we've seen the Arizona Cardinals travel to take on the Los Angeles Rams, and the Rams would get the 13-9 victory over Arizona after wide receiver Puka Nacua has 10 receptions for 129 yards, as the Rams clinch their division after getting their 10th win of the 2024 NFL season. Then, guys, to kick off the Sunday slate, we seen my Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Carolina Panthers in an NFC South divisional matchup, where the Buccaneers would score 48 points in this victory as they win 48-14 over the Carolina Panthers, as the Bucs get their 9th win of the year, as after we seen quarterback Baker Mayfield throw for 359 yards and 5 touchdown passes. And that also makes him, as he was voted the NFC Player of the Week after this standout performance against the Carolina Panthers. And also, congratulations to rookie running back Bucky Irving as he passed over 1,000 yards rushing on the season, and he's the first Tampa Bay Buccaneers rookie running back since Doug Martin in 2015 to accomplish over 1,000 rushing yards in a single season, as the Buccaneers keep their playoff hopes alive with their 9th win of the 2024 NFL season. Then next up, guys, we've seen the Tennessee Titans travel to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. And we would see the Jaguars get the 20-13 victory after we've seen rookie wide receiver Brian Thomas Jr. have another standout performance with 7 catches for 91 yards and a touchdown to help lead the Jacksonville Jaguars to their 4th win of the year over a division rival. And the Tennessee Titans, not much to say about them as they're going through a quarterback carousel with expecting to play both of their quarterbacks in the final regular season game, and they definitely will be looking to draft a quarterback this upcoming offseason. And what to make of the Jacksonville Jaguars, we'll have to see, as they will have a high draft pick themselves after this victory. Then next up, guys, we've seen the Miami Dolphins taking on the Cleveland Browns. And the Dolphins would be without starting quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, who was ruled out of this game due to a hip injury. But we've seen Snoop, as we've seen Huntley, the backup quarterback for Miami, get the victory for the Dolphins as he throws for 225 yards and throws for 1 touchdown, also adding a rushing touchdown, as the Miami Dolphins are now 8-8 on the season, and they keep their playoff hopes alive with this victory over the Cleveland Browns. Then next up, guys, we would see the New York Jets travel to take on the Buffalo Bills, and Buffalo would blow out the New York Jets with a 40-14 victory after scoring 21 points in the 3rd quarter to run away with this one. And man, we see now the Buffalo Bills are 13-3 on the season, and quarterback Josh Allen looks like an MVP candidate with the way he's led this Buffalo Bills team all year long. Then next up, guys, we've seen the Las Vegas Raiders travel to take on the New Orleans Saints, and the Raiders would get the victory on the road after they get the 25-10 win in week 17 after we've seen Amir Abdullah, the running back for the Raiders, have his first career 100-yard rushing game with 20 carries for 115 yards to help lead this Raiders team to a victory in week 17. But we gotta mention rookie tight end Brock Bowers, as he makes NFL history with now having the most receptions in a single season by a tight end in NFL history. And not only that, he also has the most receiving yards in a single season by a rookie tight end in NFL history. And not only that, guys, he also made Raiders franchise history with the most receptions in a single season by any player. Congratulations to tight end Brock Bowers, as the rookie has proven he ain't playing like no rookie. And then next up, guys, we've seen a bit of an upset as the Indianapolis Colts would travel to take on the New York Football Giants, and the Giants finally get some offense as they score 45 points in this matchup to get the victory 45-33 over the Indianapolis Colts, and they eliminate the Colts from playoff contention with this victory after we've seen the offense explode for the Giants, and rookie wide receiver Malik Nabers goes over 1,000 yards on the season as he has 7 catches for 171 yards and 2 touchdown receptions as the Giants get their first win at home this season. Then next up, guys, we've seen the Dallas Cowboys travel to take on the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Eagles get a blowout victory in this one, 41-7, and we have to congratulate running back Saquon Barkley of the Philadelphia Eagles as he set a franchise record for the most single season scrimmage yards by any player in Philadelphia Eagles franchise history at the running back position. And also, we've seen him have 31 carries for 167 yards, and now Saquon Barkley makes NFL history, becoming the 9th player ever to rush for over 2,000 yards in a single season. And now with only one week remaining in the regular season, running back Saquon Barkley could pass Eric Dickerson for the most rushing yards in a single season in NFL history, but we'll have to wait to see if the Philadelphia Eagle running back actually plays in the final week of the regular season. Then next up, guys, we've seen the Green Bay Packers travel to take on the Minnesota Vikings in one of the best matchups of the weekend, and this one was close right down to the wire. After the Packers scored 15 points in the fourth quarter, but it would not be enough as the Vikings would hold on for the 27-25 victory over the Green Bay Packers after quarterback Sam Darnold throws for 377 yards and 3 touchdown passes to get the victory for Minnesota, who now has 14 wins on the season, and this will all lead up to the final week of the regular season where we will see this Minnesota Vikings team take on their division rival, the Detroit Lions, and this will be the first time in NFL history that two teams will meet in the final week of the regular season with 13 wins apiece and with the number 1 seed and the division title on the line. Cannot wait to see that primetime matchup where the Vikings will take on the Detroit Lions. Then next up, guys, after the Vikings get their victory in week 17, we would see Sunday Night Football, where the Atlanta Falcons would travel to take on the Washington Commanders, and this one would go into overtime after it looked like the Atlanta Falcons were going to win it at the end of regulation, but they would miss the go-ahead field goal, and when we got into overtime, rookie quarterback Jayden Daniels took over in this one as he leads his team to a 30-24 victory as the Washington Commanders clinch a playoff spot here with this victory, their 11th win of the season, and we also see rookie quarterback Jayden Daniels makes NFL history as he now has the most rushing yards in a single season by a rookie quarterback in NFL history, passing fellow Washington quarterback RG3. With that accomplishment, he also throws for 227 yards and 3 touchdown passes and also runs for 127 yards in this game, which is the most rushing yards by a quarterback in the last couple of seasons as they get the victory here and clinch a playoff spot. And with this loss, the Atlanta Falcons now drop out of first place in the NFC South as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers now take over first place, and with the win in the final week of the regular season, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers would clinch the NFC South division and eliminate the Atlanta Falcons from playoff contention. So a lot to play for the Atlanta Falcons in the final week of the regular season. Then guys, finally in week 17, we see Monday Night Football, where the Detroit Lions would travel to take on the San Francisco 49ers, and the 49ers really came to play in this one, but they would come up just short after we seen both of these offenses have very high-powered game, a very high-powered stat in this one, as we would see quarterback Brock Purdy throws for 377 yards and 3 touchdown passes, but we also seen Detroit Lions quarterback Jared Goff have himself one hell of a game as well, as we see he throws for over 300 yards as well and 3 touchdown passes, with running back Jahmyr Gibbs having 117 yards rushing and 1 touchdown. He would also add 4 catches for 46 yards in this matchup as the Detroit Lions would get the 40-34 victory over the San Francisco 49ers as the Lions get a little bit of revenge after last year's NFC Championship game where the 49ers were able to get the victory to go to the Super Bowl, but now Detroit gets their victory for their 14th win of the season, which is a franchise record for single season wins. And not only that, they are also undefeated on the road this season, 8-0, which is the first time in franchise history they've ever accomplished that feat as well. Congratulations to the Detroit Lions as they now will head into the final week of the regular season and go up against the Minnesota Vikings with the division title and the number 1 seed in the NFC on the line. And also, I got to give a big congratulations to the Detroit Lions franchise as they become the first franchise ever to have 2 wide receivers with over 1,000 scrimmage yards and 2 running backs with over 1,000 scrimmage yards in NFL history in a single season. This Detroit Lions team looks dangerous, but look for that prime time Sunday night football game in the final week of the regular season to be one of the best matchups we've seen all year long, with so much on the line as the Detroit Lions will take on the Minnesota Vikings. And guys, this has been your NFL Week 17 review from Tim Reynolds Show. Please make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to Tim Reynolds Show on YouTube. And make sure you guys check out more of my NFL content on my YouTube channel from this sports entertainment football loving channel, Tim Reynolds Show. Peace out, everybody. Thank you for all the support. Please leave me some comments and let me know what you guys thought of this review and what you thought of the last week of the regular season here in 2024. And Happy New Year and Happy Holidays from Tim Reynolds Show. Thank you guys so much. Peace out, everybody.